Good morning, brothers and sisters. I know I'm a little late on this week's video, but had a couple early mornings at the airport right before I left out. So just taking a little walk through the woods, and I figured I'd talk about 2 Kings, chapter 11 a little bit, and the Mad Queen Athaliah. So after Jehu finished his rampage to wipe out a lot of the house of Ahab in Israel, the mother of Ahaziah, who was the king of Judah before Jehu killed him, she decided that she wanted to be queen. So she went full Game of Thrones and killed everybody in the house of Judah that was the son, or that was of her line. Now, you would think that this, wouldn't really be allowed to happen because, God promised that, there would be a successor for David, all the way up to Jesus, and, that's the thing. So, that being said, there's a woman named Jehoshaphat, who was the aunt of a young man named Joash, who was an infant at this point in time, and she hid him away, right? So she took him and hid him in the temple with the high priest named Jehoiada, and he kept him safe for 7 years. Now, after that, he called the guards together, the guards who kind of guarded the temple and everything, and said, "Hey, we need to coronate this dude." So they did. Made a big to-do about it, big ceremony, long live the king, trumpet sounding, all that good stuff, right? Athaliah hears this and does not like it. So she tries to make a stink, but, they've got guards protecting the entire temple, so she can't really do anything about it. So Joash, now 7 years old, is named king of Judah. And, it's an interesting story, because after that, they hunt down Athaliah. They kill her, not in the temple. They actually kill her in the king's house. And it's one of those moments where you're just like, all right, that's kind of a really short story in a really short chapter. Sorry, just taking some stuff off. But, at the end of the day, there's a lot to unpack here, right? So you have this queen, this mad queen Athaliah, who kills her entire family. And like I said earlier, God promised David a line, promised to keep his family alive. So, like, how do we figure that all this stuff happens? How do we understand it? How do we put it together? It's hard for us to understand sometimes, and it's really hard for us even, as people especially, to hold out hope when it comes to this stuff. Because Athaliah was in power as queen of Judah for 6 years. 6 years. Listen, sometimes a 40-hour work week feels long, but for an evil queen to be, in charge, in power for 6 years, and God to allow it, it makes us wonder. But here's the thing. God's always in control. And in this chapter, he proves it even more so. Because you remember that aunt that I was talking about, Aunt Jehoshaphat? Her name literally means God has promised. And the boy that she saved, his name means God gives, right? Or God's gift. So when you peel back those layers, like you can't deny that God has good things in store for us, and God has great things planned for the world. We may not always understand what those things are, or how they work, or even why, right? We have trouble with that. You go to the book of Job and just look at it and just like, I don't know, dude. Just be like that, right? But we have to understand that God has a plan. And that plan is just so much more than we can possibly comprehend in today's world. It's hard for us out there. I know. I've got brothers and sisters that I met that I talk to daily. They're just like, dude, I don't even know. Right? I don't know how to do this. I'm not sure what's happening. People are doubting. Their situation has been messed up from day one. And all you got to do, or all you can do, is tell them hope and pray. And sometimes that's just not enough for the world. But I can tell you what, it is enough. It is enough. And we don't like to put power in that. We don't like to, invest in that. But hope in God and prayer is enough. So just keep on fighting and look to your brothers and sisters to your left and right of you. Ask them for help. You're not on an island. You don't have to do this alone. The whole point of the church is for us to help each other. So do just that. Reach out to somebody. Be like, hey, man, I'm struggling with these thoughts. I'm struggling with this thing. I'm struggling with that thing. How can you help? Can you help? Can you point me in the direction of help? And just about everybody out there should know somebody that knows something about it, right? That's how it is. I heard somebody say you're only like 5 people removed from a celebrity in Hollywood. Yeah, not that I really, care one way or the other, but everybody should be that resourceful to find somebody that can help them with their problems. It may not be an immediate fix, right? But when the timing is right, God will put those people in your life and make it happen. So think about that, pray about it. Love you guys. Have a great day.